Time now to take a look at another Ricochet re-release. This game was originally released by Bubble Bus Software in 1986 and originated on the Spectrum, programmed by Stephen Crow. We're going to take a look at the Commodore 64 version, of course. The game is called Starquake, so let's load it up. Nice artwork on the cover of this one. Not the most elaborate of artwork, but still quite nice. Got some like clouds and stars and the nice logo. Spine's also got the Starquake logo on, of course, and the back cover, as expected, has got some screenshots and the blurb about the game. Basically, you've got to save the universe. And it also mentions there that it's a CMVG Game of the Month and a Crash Smash. Can you afford to miss it? Well, clearly not. And looking inside, check these out for the most minimalist instructions of any game so far, I think. Possibly with the exception of some of the really early 1984 Mastertronic releases. So you've got a little intro to the game, which basically just says at the end there, get on with it and save the universe. Doesn't tell you how. Hopefully the game will be fairly self-explanatory. It's got the loading instructions and the controls and nothing else. This is the title screen of Starquake then, and very artistically done it is too. There's a funny little blinking eye in the corner there, and you can see the original author's name at the bottom there, Stephen Crow, and the conversion was done by Nick Strange, whose name's at the top there, and a nice tune on the title screen as well. So pressing fire gives you this introduction to the game. Flight computer report, touchdown imminent, prepare for mission Starquake, crash bang smash, and then there's some misspelt words, touchdown, computer malfunction, malfunction thinking, and obviously the computer's broken and you're left abandoned on the planet, which you can see here. So this is your character in the middle there. Can't remember the full name, but the acronym for him is Blob, which is fairly explanatory by his look. He's a cute little guy with eyes and little antennas and little feet who runs around the landscape, and you've got this method of, you can't jump, but you've got this method of moving up by when you push down he builds these little platforms under himself which last a few seconds before disappearing, and he can also shoot, as you can see. And there's three things you've got to maintain. There's energy, there's the supply of the little platforms, and the supply of bullets. You pick various things up as you wander around the landscape to do that. It's a Spectrum special, another flick screen arcade adventure. But I'll go straight ahead and say it, and if you're going to do a conversion of a Spectrum arcade adventure flick screen type thing, then this is how to do it, because they've made a lot of effort to increase the number of colours used. On the original Spectrum version, your little blob character was just one colour, and they've obviously made him three different colours: white eyes, brown body, and yellow antennas and legs. And each level's also, screen has also got as much use of colour as possible, albeit still quite monochromatic. So I've just jumped onto one of these little things, which is a little platform that lets you fly around the level a bit quicker without having to build those platforms. You also can fire things using this thing, but it still does wear down the same quantity of bullets, but it does allow you to get around the landscape significantly faster. The one drawback is you can't pick any of the items that you need up, apart from the power-ups. That one's just powered up the platforms, for example. As you can see, every level has, every screen has enemies that spawn. There are a limited number that do spawn, but they do tend to respawn when you go back on the levels, which, as mentioned in recent reviews, is a bit of a problem as far as I'm concerned. But there you go. This thing here is a teleporter, which you can only use when you're not on this little hover platform thing. I'll come to that later. Same for that pink thing there as well. There goes my first life, and I've also run out of bullets, which is going to make progression pretty difficult now. This thing here should top up the bullets a bit. There we go. Don't want to run into that. Those are like electrode things. The aim of the game is to find various objects and use them to restore power or something to the core. There we go, there's a restock of bullets, that's useful. Restore power to the core of the planet that you're on to stop it exploding or some similar nonsense. Pretty much the plot of any flick screen arcade adventure game. This is probably the most important collectible in the game. It's an extra life. Lives are there. It's just gone up from 3 to 4, and you will need a lot of those babies if you've got any chance of completing the levels and the game. So I'm kind of retracing my steps here, and there's quite a lot I should probably mention at some point. There's one of these spawning enemies that's particularly... Oh, that's a spike. Shouldn't have run into that either. In fact, I'll just move on from there. That would have been one of them. There's a particular enemy that spawns, which if it spawns on top of you, kills you dead. Try and point him out for future reference for anyone who wants to go and play the game for the first time. It's this guy here, this sort of spinning sort of probe thing. That thing kills you dead first time as soon as it touches you, which is incredibly annoying, especially when he materialises right on top of you. Got him. Those little sparks will kill you as well, as will the sparks from those electrode things. There's another life. Definitely the most important collectible, the little joystick. So I'll continue on and find some things of interest to talk about. So here on this screen we have something different to look at, so we'll just go into this thing. This is actually a security gate which lets me get from this side of the screen to this side of the screen. I walk in there, it's looking for an access code, and as you can see there it says access invalid because I haven't got a valid set of code keys at the moment, so I can't go anywhere with that, so I will carry on. This thing here is an elevator, which if I was not on the little platform thing, there goes another life, if I was not on the little platform thing, would let me go up. Obviously I don't need that at the moment because I've already got the means to go up quite easily. These things are spikes which need to be avoided. And there's another extra life, which will be nice. My friend the annoying probe, as I'm going to call him from now on. So a bit of mention about the graphics. They are really nice. They do look better on the Spectrum because of their higher resolution, but everything is drawn really nicely. The main character is really cute and all the enemies are really cool, and every screen, and there are 512 of them, has got something different about it, which is quite nice. Just show you this elevator since I'm on one of these platforms here. Could live to regret this, but let's see how we get on. One thing about the elevators is it does give you somewhere to hide where the baddies can't get you. Ooh, serious spawning enemies there. Well, I'm going to live to regret this now because I'm in a place where I've got two of these blooming things here that I can't easily get through. Oh, there goes another life. Rapidly running out of lives here now. There, you got through there. That's cool. Anyway, so moving on, as I'm running out of lives, probably not going to last much longer. I haven't got anywhere near finding the core of this planet yet, or in fact, so far picked up any objects, which is a little bit annoying. Sound-wise, it's quite nice. The walking of him is quite similar to the game I reviewed not too long ago, Curse of Sherwood. But it seems more fitting with this character. Here finally is something to pick up if I can last long enough to get to it. And it is going to be a close call. You push up to pick an object up. As you can see, that's gone into the inventory there. That's something that I need to take to the core. There goes another life. Just the one left now. Try and last long enough to make some progress. It's going to be rather difficult now. I've got my friend, the annoying spinning probe, sat right below this thing. Plus that thing itself will kill me as well if I'm not careful. Just nip over and get some more bullets. And there we go, I'm dead. So you get a summary at the end of the level, game over, score, adventure score 10%, core elements replace none because I haven't even found the core yet, and a little map of something. That's the things I need to collect, it seems. Also get a high score table. And there you can see I've been having quite a few goes there, and my best score so far, 49,000 and 19% complete. So I won't bore you too much with another go, but I do want to try and make a little bit more progress, so I'm going to have one more try. I'll just show anything that's particularly of interest on this. And this shows that every time you play is slightly different, because this time there's an object to pick up right on the very first screen. Something I can show this time around is the teleporter thing. When you walk in there, you get a code, and you can type in a code for another teleporter and transport to it if you know any of them, but I don't, because this is the only one I've ever found. So I'll just put that in. Code not recognised, and it boots you out, and along you go. So this is not very interesting, but I'll show it anyway. That's some kind of door that you can't get through yet. I assume you have to activate that and open it up somewhere else. As I said, not very interesting. See if we can find anything else that is interesting. There's a very welcome extra life there. And the answer is pretty much no, I can't find anything else interesting. And there goes another life. So I think it's about time to sum this game up. It's a nice game. It's not my kind of thing. As I've said many times before, I haven't really got the patience for these kind of games. But if I was going to dedicate lots of time to playing a flick screen arcade adventure type thing, then this would probably be it, because it's very visually appealing, sounds not too bad either, very polished game, looks good, and it does have some frustrations, mainly the instant death enemy materialising right on top of you, but apart from that it's quite fun to play. It does have the addition of trying to get a high score as well, so even if you didn't want to play it for the adventure side, you could still play it for the arcadey sort of exploration and getting a high score side. So yeah, all in all, not too bad. And as I'm pretty close to the end of my last life, I will sum up by saying yes, it is worth $1.99.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
2, 1, 0.